What's up, everyone? So I finally received my foam kit from foamfactory.com. So as some of you know, and it's in another video, I'm trying to build out a home studio. Very cheap, by the way. So I'm cutting costs where I can cut costs. So let's take a look to see what I got, because I'm really excited to build out my home studio, even better than it is right now. So I made those panels on the wall. That's coming in another video. Let's see, so Foam Factory, they don't sponsor this, by the way. This is just one of those things where I was looking online and I decided, hey, I like some of the stuff that they offer. They offered, not just the 1 inch, but like the 2, the 3, the 4, 5 inch thick, like foam panels, foam whatever. This is a 24-pound box, but I'm excited. So let's rip this thing open and get into it and lay it out. You guys hear that? It's like a monster waiting to be released. I don't remember what I bought, but it's a lot. I think I bought some corner base traps and a lot of foam. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, these are the 3. So these are the wedge foam. These are, I must have splurged. These feel like they're 4 inches tall. So these weren't cheap. But, see, you didn't even hear me talking, did you? For some reason I thought I bought the one that had like 8 or 9 of the wedge on them, but maybe not. So I bought a lot of these things. So I think they're gonna go up on the wall, kind of like this. But I got a lot of them. Now that I think about it, probably 48 square feet worth. My studio is gonna look pretty cool. So I bought the corner base traps, and they said they were 12 by 12. And I know how big 12 is, but I didn't think they were this big. Here we go. This looks more like 14 by 14, and this is supposed to go up in the corner. But I'm a blockhead, but it's gonna make all the difference in the world. So I bought 4 of those and a bunch of these. You can tell by looking at them, they're not exact. They're supposed to be 12 by 12. I have no idea what they really are, but we can tell just by looking at it that it's obviously not 12 by 12. Not a big deal. You're not going to notice when you hang them up, but if you're trying to stack them next to each other, side by side on the wall, which I don't know who would stack these on a wall, but they're not exact. Okay, so I'm not the most patient person in the world. Figured I'd go ahead and hang up the corner base traps. The other ones that are already defrosted, I guess. The other ones were already out. I've used them before, so I didn't have to wait the 24 hours suggested. And I haven't even hung up any of that stuff yet. Let's check it out. So in all 4 corners, I have those giant, almost 12 by 12 by 12 cubes. And then your typical base traps that you would find pretty much anywhere who sells the corner base traps. All 4 corners have them. And then obviously combined with my homemade, again, that's in another video, but my sound absorbers. Again, it's not soundproof, it's sound absorption. So before I wrap this up, I need to give you guys sort of an audio sound. Right now I'm using the Rode Video Micro, which is a different microphone I had at the beginning of this video. Right now I'm standing in my wife's office, which is down the hall from my office where I did all the work. So other than amplifying the sound that the microphone is recording, I'm not going to do any other editing to the audio. Granted, there's a bed in here, there's a chair in here, but there's stuff in the room to kind of help absorb the sound, but there's also a lot of nothing going on the walls. Now I'm gonna go over to my office. Okay, so now I'm standing in my office, and hopefully the microphone sounds completely different, or the audio, I should say, sounds completely different. There's nearly nothing bouncing around. With all the wall coverings and everything that I have in here, you can tell a difference. I can tell a difference. It's been a couple weeks since I did the official unboxing, so the foam, after like a day, had plenty of time to reinvigorate itself with all the air. I hung them in a rotating pattern with those T-pins around my sound absorption DIY boards. Link to that is going to be at the end of the video. So the corner bass traps, those big blocks, they look kind of like some sort of a beach, some sort of a military thing or something from an old video game, like they kind of block the tanks. So what I decided to do is I went ahead and I hung the foam, some of the foam, temporarily behind my recording area just to help absorb the sound until I'm finished building out this wall. I still have a few more things I need to do, and then I'll put things up a little bit more semi-permanently. Again, using these T-pins makes a big difference. That means I can move them around whenever I'm ready to move them around. So behind this chair, I still have a stack of foam that I'm gonna hang elsewhere. A lot of these are temporary until I finish building out the home studio, because there's more things I wanna get. And I'm going a little overboard. I don't need to do this. This is not a real recording studio per se, but the acoustic sounds a lot better when I'm sitting in my room talking to my podcast friends, or when I'm talking to my other friends on my cell phone, on speakerphone, and then when I'm recording, than it does when I'm anywhere else in the house. So what that really means is these foam panels really work especially when combined with these sound absorption. So remember, these wedges, they don't cancel sound, they move sound around, they absorb, they let it bounce off. So really what you want is stuff, if nothing else, you don't have to fill up all your walls like I do, but you need to get at least 2 inches thick to have any sort of effect. When it really comes down to it, using the little push pins, to me, works best. If it drives me too crazy, I might take a black marker or something and just kind of color over the chrome tips. But for the sound quality that I'm getting, I'm fine with it the way it is. It doesn't affect anything the way it looks. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and my use of the wedge foam in the strategic places. If you want a link of where you can get it, I'll put some links down below in the description of where I got it and some possible links of places maybe you can go to Amazon and get some alternatives without breaking the bank. Because the thicker the stuff you get, the more expensive it is. If you want colors, the cost usually is a little more as well, depending on what website you go to. So from doing all this stuff, I firmly believe that it helps make my podcast sound a lot better. And then when I'm narrating videos here in the office, it absolutely helps with the quality of the sound. Of course, the foam wedges and the acoustic sound absorption panels themselves aren't gonna be enough, but they're gonna help tweak your sound and take it to the next level. If you have any comments, make sure you put them below. If you have any suggestions, put them below. If you wanna hear about my microphone and making your podcast sound a little bit better, let me know. Make sure you check out the Hard Parking Podcast. Those links are also in the description, and I'll talk to you guys next time.